I can't state how much journaling has helped me to prioritize my day and put my life into order. Through my journaling practice, I've been able to do a lot of things. At the same time, I'm able to keep my mind sane and focus my time and energy towards what's most important to me. I'll encourage everybody and anybody to try journaling because journaling will have a huge impact on your life, just as it has had on my life. For a long time, I was not journaling until 4 years ago, I decided to try journaling. I saw journaling as something girlish and something that might not really impact me so much. And I used to see it as something that people just do for the sake of doing it. When I first started journaling in my elementary school, I didn't see journaling as something important or something that can have a huge impact into my life. No wonder some of the biggest names in the planet, from Oprah Winfrey to Timothy Ferris, take journaling seriously and they do it on a daily basis. And so fast forward 4 years ago, I decided to try journaling, and my life has never been the same again. With my journaling practice, I'm able to focus my mind and attention into what's most important to me and my widely important goals. We only have 24 hours in a day, and you can't do it all in those 24 hours. Remember, out of those 24 hours, you're already going to spend up to 8 hours in bed. So that's the remaining 16 hours. So this 16 hours is too small or little for you to focus all the things you want to do in those 16 hours. With your journaling practice, you're going to be able to know and appreciate the things that are most important to you and give your highest amount of time and energy onto those things. We all know what is important to us. The problem is we are so much distracted from our smartphones and televisions that we cannot focus our time onto what's most important to us. Through journaling practice, I'm able to accomplish a lot of things in a day. For example, in a typical day, I can do my morning ritual, which includes journaling, of course, doing some light workout and meditating. After that, I go to work. From work, I'm able to come back and focus my time onto some physical activities such as going to the gym. And then I create time to read books and also do these YouTube videos. Now look at how that day can be productive if you sit down to journal for less than 3 minutes or 5 minutes a day. If I was not journaling, I cannot be able to put my day into perspective and remember to focus on what's most important to me. And that's what I wanted to get from this video. I wanted to use journaling as a tool to become more productive and optimize your day and your life. So, what is journaling? Journaling is simply the art of sitting down with a pen and a book and writing everything and anything that is coming from your mind into that book, with the sole objective of clearing your mind so that you can make great decisions that are going to impact your life. There is a famous quote that says, "We are the accumulation of all the decisions we make in our lives since the time we are born." And therefore, at any given time, if you feel disgruntled or if you feel that you're not living the life that you truly deserve and want, it basically means you have not been making wise and productive decisions all through. So the journaling practice, we're going to help you to empty your mind of all that clutter and noise so that you can make these productive decisions that are going to impact your life positively moving forward. This video is about journaling for productivity and optimization. So journaling for productivity and optimization simply entails clearing your mind and space by putting down all those things going on between your ears so that you might have that mental and emotional clarity to make clear decisions and, more specifically, focus your time and energy onto what's most important to you and your widely important goal. At the end of the day, we want to be happy and feel fulfilled and feel alive because we've had a productive day thanks to our journaling practice. The next question you might probably be asking yourself is, what are some of the reasons why someone should sit down and journal? Okay, that's a fair question. Let's look at some of the reasons why you might want to start journaling today. Those are some of the 5 reasons why you might want to start journaling today. Now, these are just some of the 5 that I got in my research. I'm sure there are several other good reasons outside there why someone like you might want to start journaling today. Having covered reasons why you might want to start journaling today, let's shift our focus onto some of the benefits you're going to attain from a daily journaling practice. And here they are. As you can see, there are so many benefits you're going to derive from a journaling practice. My favorite, journaling practice is going to help you to prioritize your day and focus your time and energy onto what's most important to you. And hence, you will come alive and feel like your day was productive and be happy about it. And never forget to celebrate when you have a great day. Fantastic. We are doing great. So far, we have defined what journaling is. We have looked at some of the reasons why you might want to start journaling, and I'll encourage you to pick one reason to take you forward when your willpower is down. Also, we've gone ahead and looked at some of the benefits you will derive from a daily journaling practice. Now, let's shift our focus onto some of the things you can include or some of the things you can't include in your journaling practice. So journaling is an art and not a science. That is to mean you can actually include anything and everything that is around you in your journaling practice. There are no limits when it comes to journaling. You can journal anything that's affecting you. So some of the things you can put in journaling practice include, you can talk about your family, your relationships, your friends, your kids, your husband, or your wife. You can also talk about your careers, your dreams, your visions, or your achievements in life. Not forgetting your challenges, your fears, your anxieties, your depression, and anything that is in and around your environment that you think is affecting you positively or negatively. Not forgetting, you can include events, upcoming or forgotten events. So, if you know anything about journaling, there are several methods or formats outside there you can use to do your journaling. Again, this is an art and not a science. You can journal the way you feel like. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk about two most popular journaling practices. These are journaling practices that is done by some of the highest productive people in the world. And journaling practice number one is what I call the morning pages or the brain dump. The second journaling practice is a structured format or the prompt format of journaling. Morning pages or brain dump, as the name suggests, is simply dumping down everything that is going on in between your ears onto your journaling book. It's a longhand format of writing where you fill 3 pages of your journaling book with the things that are affecting you or going through your mind inside that book. Once you fill 3 pages, you close the page and you are done. It's simply emptying your mind onto a book. Morning pages or brain dump is a sure way to empty your mind and have that mental clarity to make those correct decisions that we are talking about. It is a simple way of journaling and it can be done by anybody and everybody. There is no format, there is no structure to follow in morning pages or brain dump. You will feel like your brain is empty. You will feel like you've emptied all that noise and mess in your mind onto that book. Like that, you will feel some sense of calmness and stability in your mind so that you may go on and carry on with a great, productive, and fulfilling day. The second method of journaling is what we call the structured format or the prompt format of journaling. This is my favorite format of journaling because it's more structured. It's more geared towards focusing your time and energy onto the things that are most important to you. With this format of journaling, you're going to be able to remove all distractions and kryptonite that are creeping their way into your life and making you not do the things you want to do. So like the name suggests, you're going to have some prompt questions every morning. They can be 3, they can be 5, they can be 6, whatever number. I'm going to give you some of the best questions you can ask yourself in the morning that are going to give you the highest amount of clarity so that you may be able to have the best days ever. So this is how I have been doing it for the past 4 years, and this is how I have learned it from some of the most productive people in the planet, and this is how majority of people do the structured format of journaling. Now, the first thing they do in the morning when they wake up, and the first thing I do in my journaling practice is I do what I call gratification journaling. Gratification journaling is as simple as it sounds. It's simply being grateful for the things that are happening in and around your environment or in and around your life. So the first thing you want to journal every time you sit down to journal, through this structured format of journaling is write down 3 things you're grateful for at that particular time. There are several things you can be grateful for every single moment of our life. The problem is we seem to forget about it because our mind somehow just like to focus on the things that are not going on right in our lives. But if you sit and think deeply, even shallowly, you're going to realize that there's so many great things going on in your life. Just the fact that you woke up this morning, the fact that you're listening to me in this video is something to be grateful about. Not so many people have access to the internet like you do, and that is something to be grateful about. So, what are they for you? Look for those 3 things that you are grateful for every morning. They can range from your family and kids all the way to your career, to past events and future events. Whatever they are, they can be as simple as somebody opening for you the door when you're walking into the office, to just saying thank you to somebody who helped you with something. There are several things to be grateful for in a day. You've jotted down 3 things you're grateful for, and now you feel empowered and you feel like you're a champ. Congratulations. All right, the next question prompt you want to ask yourself is, how can you make today a success? That is so critical to prioritizing the day and what's most important. For me, it's always very simple and straightforward because I've been doing it for the past 4 years. And it's simple as this. The things that will make my day be success, or the things that will make me feel like my day has been fulfilled, are the following. I want to wake up in the morning, I want to do my morning ritual. My morning ritual is meditating, doing some simple workouts, and journaling. So long as I've done that in the first 30 minutes I wake up, I feel my day has begun on a good boost. Next, for my day to be successful, I always write down, do my best at work. The next thing I want to write down for my day to be successful is I want to make sure in a day I read at least 10 pages or 20 pages of a great book. And finally, I want to make sure that I remove all distractions, especially distractions coming from my smartphone that are making me not focus on the things that I want to focus on. So, what are they for you? What are these things that if you do in a day, you're going to feel the day has been most successful and you're going to feel more fulfilled? There is no one size fits it all for somebody's day to be successful. These things range from person to person and from career to career. What are they for you? What are the things that if you do today, you're going to feel most fulfilled and you're going to feel that the day has been the highest success ever? Those are the things you want to jot down on that part of your journaling. Now, a little PS on that, how to make your day a success, is you can add your goals for the day. Maybe you have some specific goals for the day. For example, you have an event to attend. That can be a specific goal, which you can also include in how to make your day a success. All right, so having said that, now the next thing you want to journal in your prompt or structured format of journaling is your keystone habits. Keystone habits are those habits that you feel you do when you are at your best. For me, when I'm at my best, I am persistent, I am consistent, and I have some level of patience. Those 3 keystone habits are what I want to keep on doing day in, day out, because they make me achieve the things I want to achieve and they make me come alive. So what are they for you? Jot down your keystone habits every single morning. So we've seen some of the 3 most fundamental questions or prompts you want to go through in your daily journaling practice. The first one, we've talked about 3 things you're grateful for. You want to jot down the 3 things you're grateful for every single morning. The next thing, we have talked about how can you make today a success. You want to ask yourself that questions and fill in at least 3 things you're going to do. Actually, 2 things. Don't make 3. Don't make it 3 or 4. Make it 1 or 2 things you're going to do today to make day a success. We've also added as a PS on that point your specific goals for the day. The third prompt questions you're going to ask yourself in this structured format of journaling is your keystone habits. What are they for you? What are those habits that make you come alive? The last 2 questions which I think it's important we add in our daily journaling practice is, number 1, you want to journal about your fundamentals or fundies as they are called in some quarters. So what are your fundamentals? By fundamentals here, I mean your energy, your work, and your love. If you think about it, all the things we do revolve around our energy, our work, and our love life. So these are the three fundamentals you have to journal about every day. So what do you journal about in energy, work, and love? Now, this is what you do when you want to journal about energy, work, and love. In terms of energy, this is what I put down. I just put down, like, for example, I don't want to take a lot of sugar and carbs because this slows me down. I want to make sure I get enough sleep, and then I want to make sure that I do some physical activity. Those three things make me have the highest amount of energy for the day because I can't do anything without energy. For you to watch this video, it means you have some energy, and it means you're doing something right. So what are they for you? Jot down three things that are going to give you the highest boost of energy so that you'll be able to do those things that are important to you. Next in this section is work. Your work is probably something that brings some sort of fulfillment to you and maybe earns you some income. For me, as a data analyst, I want to make sure that I go to work, show up, and do my best. Also, as a YouTuber, I want to create high quality content for you, my viewer, so that you'll be able to get the most value from this video. What are they for you? What are the things you want to do as far as your work is concerned? The third concept under this is love and relationship. Love is very critical, so you want to journal how you're going to show up in your love, in your family, how you're going to show up. For example, you can say you want to be present when you're in the family or when with the people you love. You want to be a soulmate, you want to be a team player, or you want to be a caregiver and a protector. So how do you want to show up in terms of your life is concerned? And then the second aspect that we might include in our structured web format is things that you enjoy doing. What are the things that you love to do and enjoy to do? For example, it can be singing, working out, going to the gym, drawing, doing some art, or maybe just traveling. Whatever it is for you, you also want to capture the things you enjoy doing. So we've covered quite a bit as far as journaling is concerned. The last part of this video is how do you make journaling a habit? I'm going to draw habit formation from two great books and two great authors. The first one is B.J. Fogg's Tiny Habits. The second one is going to be James Clear, Atomic Habits. These two books are great at forming any habit, whatever habit you want to inculcate into your life. So the first thing you want to do so that you make journaling a habit, a daily task, and not something you're going to do today and then procrastinate for the next few days. Number one, you want to make it easy to do. How do you make it easy to do? You don't want to journal for 20 minutes when you begin. Remember, this is a new habit. You want to journal for 3 or 5 minutes. This is a sweet spot when you begin to journal. It will sound easy. The second aspect you want to capture when you want to make journaling your daily habit and routine, you want to make sure that it is done at a specific time and a specific location. For example, you don't want to say that you'll be journaling anytime between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning. That is a big range of time. You also don't want to say that you'll be journaling any place in your house. That will also not give you the willpower to do it every morning. You want to make journaling easier for you. So have a specific time and a specific location or place for journaling. For instance, you can decide you'll be journaling at exactly 6:30 a.m. in your bed. Like that, it becomes very simple and easily to make it a routine because you know immediately the clock ticks at 6:50 a.m. and you are on your bed, it's time to journal. Another important aspect that we must talk about in our today's digital fast-paced world is our smartphone. We want to remove smartphone from our beds so that it does not distract us the first thing we wake up in the morning. Most of us nowadays, we wake up with our phone in front of us, and this way, it doesn't encourage us to do the things that we want to do. So I'll recommend put your phone away from you in the morning so that you may create that time for you to journal. Journaling has helped so many people and continue to help so many people to put their lives in order. And that is why the highest productive people in the world and the highest paid people in the world and top CEOs and influencers in the world use journaling to prioritize their day and do what matters most first thing in the morning and throughout the day. And therefore, should you also do the same? My guess is yes. You want to use journaling as a tool to structure your day and have masterpiece days so that you can have a good week and a good life ahead. Otherwise, I wish you an amazing journaling week, and I leave you with this great quote from some of my biggest influencer, Timothy Ferris. And he says, "I don't journal to be productive. I don't do it to find great ideas or to put down prose I can later publish. The pages ain't intended for anyone but me. It is the most cost-effective therapy I've ever found.